Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I hope all of you guys out there watching this video are in the best of health. Yes, we are still in a lockdown situation and I'm sat at my desk introducing to you my vid for the day. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what cars are out there for 10k that you can go and buy. Now you might have 10k and you might be thinking about buying like a performance car or a hot hatch, so that's what we're going to be discussing, and I'll give you my recommendations on the cars that I would be going out and buying if I had 10k that I'm going to be spending on the car. We're not going to be talking about Vauxhall Insignias and Toyota Priuses or Priuses or however you say those. We're going to be talking about the cars that I would personally want to go and buy for 10k that are performance orientated. So yeah, let's just get on with it. Okay, so we've got 10 grand to spend on the car. So I've gone on to Auto Trader, which is in the UK, it's probably the most popular site to look for new as well as used cars. Obviously 10k is going to get us a nice used car. I've just gone and put in, I'm from Birmingham, so I put in a Birmingham postcode. We're going to look nationally and I'm looking for a BMW, and I've put in 9.5 to 11k because let's face it, you go and look at a car for 11 grand, you're probably going to renegotiate downwards anyway, so that's the range that I'm going to put in. And we've got 3094 cars that have come up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go and have a look at a BMW. I mean, which ones you can get, you can even get like an Alpina, but let's go and see the BMW M3, what will bring that back. So we've got 32 cars and let's have a look straight away. Look what we've got here, a E90 M3. We've already had that on the channel, but what I'm going to do is put this as price, sort this price, the lowest price possible and upwards. So E46 convertible, 92,000 miles. This is a manual as well, so that's a very promising start straight away. It is a convertible. I would prefer a coupe, to be honest with you, but here we go. We'll see which one comes up. Oh, this one looks pretty good. Only one owner from new, rare 53 plate. Let's just have a look at this. That's bang on the money, 10 grand. That looks pretty good for the miles as well. Looks fairly clean. That looks like a bit of an aftermarket exhaust system on that one. Yep, that looks fairly clean, doesn't it? And that's 74,000 miles, 53 reg, that's 2003, and it's a convertible. I really want to see if there's, and this is a manual. Yes, that's a manual as well. I really want to see if we can see one which is a coupe. Oh, that's an E92 coupe, 110,000 miles, exactly 10 grand. And that looks very promising. Again in silver, 2008. There's a lot of potential with this in terms of doing a bit of black work to it, black grille, black gills. V8 S65 engine, I believe that is. The thing is, with a car like this at 10,000 pounds, you are going to get not a showroom condition car. It's going to have a few marks. Obviously the owner's just going through a few bits and pieces with it, and I think the thing is you've got to really look at one which is a manual, because I've driven a DCT gearbox car, and it's the first iteration or the second iteration of the DCT gearbox in these, and they're not that great. I would definitely go for a manual in the E92, but it has got 8 owners. That might be something that you guys might be a bit wary of. 10 grand also buys you a BMW M3 E46. Here's another one. This is a Cat D. I would really avoid a categorized damage repaired car. This was the one that I really was keen to look at. So it's an E90, it's a 4-litre, obviously V8. Looks very clean. Let's have a look at this one. Low price as well. That car looks pretty nice. 10,000. See what I mean? It's like 10,740. You could probably get that close to 10 grand, and that would be a real nice buy. In terms of mileage, this one's got 120,000 miles, close enough. But again, the thing to note on a car like this, you want to see if the rod bearings have been changed on a car like this, because at that mileage they would definitely need to be done. It's got a nice orangey interior, and it's a manual as well. Perfect. You could also go for an E46. This is a sequential gearbox, which I'm not a big fan of, but this one, again, for the same money, pretty much. Would you go for the E90 V8, or would you go for the E46 M3 for very similar money? Leave a comment in the comments below which one you would go for. Just for argument's sake, let's have a quick look at this car. very clean looking. I do like an M3 E46, but it has to be a manual, because again, when I drove the E46 on the channel, it was although it was a real nice looking car, and that was, again, it was the SMG. I mean, this one here, he changed the gear stick to the more newer ones. But yeah, this is a very clean looking car. I mean, that wheel as well, that looks like it's been retrimmed. Well, I'm not sure about the DCT gearbox in this, or the SMG rather. I will definitely have this in a manual. Okay, you've got an Alpina in here as well. Alpina, let's have a look at Alpina. That's not a bad boy. 154,000 miles, 4.6 V8. Let's have a quick look at this one. Love the number plate, V10 VBT. I love the Alpina badges and the Alpina blue dials. They look pretty impressive. Yep. That's 11k. It's a big car, a lot of car for very little money, to be honest. And that looks pretty good for its age. Very rare as well. There we go. Okay, so what else would you buy? If you look at an Audi, for example, a model. Let's look at. Oh well, you've got a few RS4s. Let's see what 11k boys. This won't be that many. 154,000 miles RS4. 120,000 miles RS4, and another one for 160,000 miles. This one's got obviously some weird looking alloys on. I think those are the more new, well, those are the RS5 alloys, aren't they? I'm not sure about those wheels, but yeah, there you go. 10k will buy you one of them. But I think the one that stuck out for me was the one just above this one, because this one looks very original. And look at that number plate, RS06, although it's RS4 anyway. And this is a 2006 model car, 119,000 miles. Let's have a quick look at these pictures. I mean, that car just looks like an ultimate sleeper car for the price. It just looks like a 2-litre diesel. Obviously flared wheel arches give it away, and the aggression on the front bumper. And the way it is on the rear, you got these oval exhaust pipes, typical RS. It's a very clean looking car, that. Even the alloys as well, unmarked by the looks of them. I don't know about you guys, but I'm probably inclined towards an RS4 for 10 grand's worth. The E90 M3, you know, I mean, that also is a V8 as well. But again, leave a comment. What would you buy? Would you buy an RS4 if you had 10 grand, or would you buy an M3 E90 or an E46? Definitely would love to know what you guys think out there. Flat bottom steering wheel was a big thing back in those days, and this one's a manual as well. Wow. Also, what other Audis can we get for very similar money? There was, did I see something that was RS6 Avant? There's 4 of them as well. They are much older. Not really a fan of these big-eyed RS6s. Prefer the much newer ones, to be honest, but there you go. For 10 grand you can get yourself one of these big wagons. This particular 125,000 miles, that's pretty low for its age, to be honest with you. And again, this one looks in pretty decent nick. Huge machine, man. Look at those. Look at the rear end of that car. This one is an auto. Yeah, I don't know. I'd still go for the RS4 if I'm looking at an RS car for 10 grand. So for you hot hatch fans out there, a 10k will buy you a nice Audi S3 from the years 2009, 2010. They'll be around about the 80,000 mile mark, looking at all of these, and they'll be around the sort of 10, 11k mark. As you can see, there's quite a few. I mean, this particular one here, it's a Revo Stage 2, 260 odd horsepower, but that horsepower is going to be just the standard spec of the car. So let's have a quick look at this one, just read a little bit about this as well. So I'm quite interested in what the description would be on here. Clean low mileage example, Revo Stage 2. It's got an intake system, Ultratech fuel pump. Does it talk about anything about BHP or anything like that? It's got a light and fly wheel. It's got a full power valve exhaust system. It doesn't really talk about how much power that this car is going to have, but I'm suspecting it's probably going to have something in the region of about, I don't know, 350 from a stage 2, might even be more than that. But yeah, let's have a quick look at these pictures. Look like they've been taken from someone's camera phone. But yeah, that's quite a nice looking car. It's a 3-door as well. Again, those wheels, they make the car look like it's just a standard 2-litre TDI, I guess, but again, that's probably something that's nice about this car, because it's, you know, quite subtle. And again, you know, that car just looks pretty nice and clean. Someone's obviously spent quite a bit of time with this car, you know, keeping it as a clean pride and joy. And it's a manual as well, 65,000 miles. That'll be quite a interesting one to go and view if you guys are interested in an Audi S3. Equally, let's have a look at what's the cheapest S3 that we can buy. 9.5k. It will buy you a, like I say, 80,000 mile car, 59 plate, 85,000 mile, 2010. So they're all around the same sort of price mark. So there's quite a lot of choice out there for you guys. And these cars, bear in mind, they have the same engine as what you'd find in a Audi TTS as well. And in the TTS engines, they have about 275 horsepower. But yeah, very similar kind of cars to the Audi TTS from the same era, so you'll probably go and have a look at some of those. While we're on the topic of hot hatches, let's have a look at what other hot hatches we can actually buy. Let's see if you can buy a VW Golf R. Well, that is the Mark 6 Golf R, 100,000 miles. Well, I think at this price, well, actually, got a bit happy there. I thought that was going to be for about 10 grand, but that's obviously twice the amount. So a Golf R, it's the same engine as the Audi S3 that we were just looking at, about 260 odd horsepower. I mean, look at this one, 8 owners. That's a fair few owners for that car for 10 grand. I don't think that would be one that I'd be looking at. Equally, this one's got 5 owners by 100,000 miles. So I think let's go and have a look at the Golf R32, because I think for about 10 grand those are going to be a bit more special. So a Mark 5 Golf R32, and there's quite a few of these. Look at this one, the Mark 4. When those were around, I never really used to like them as much, but as the years have gone on, I think they've become a lot more rarer as well. I think it's just the whole boxy kind of shape. We'll have a look at that one in a bit. In fact, let's have a quick gander at that now. It's 48 sort of pictures. Looks fairly clean. I mean, that's, yeah. Does remind me of the Golf GTI from back in the day, but like the interior of that, 6-speed gearbox, heated seats. It does look a little basic from inside compared to modern Golf Rs. I mean, you know, there's no sat nav or anything like that in it, but it is what it is. The dial's 126,000 miles, as in the Mark 5 Golf R32 is what I mean. Let's put this at the highest price, see what comes back. I mean, these ones are holding their value quite well, the Mark 4s, aren't they? I mean, I've got this sorted as the highest price, and what do you see? You see all of the Golf R32s, the Mark 4s. Here's a Mark 5. Another Mark 5, Mark 4. That's quite a low mileage, 48,000 miles, 250 horsepower, V6 engine. Let's have a look at this one. It's a nice looking car, that. A very nice looking car. Not sure about the stickers though, but it's probably part of some kind of club, I guess. Got a nice piece of body kit around it as well. Would have been nice if this car had some interior shots, but let's have a quick read of the description. Genuine 48,000 miles, full service history, It's got a non-resonated back box center pipe, full decat. It's going to be quite a loud car then. TRC front splitter. It's worth 11k, but we'll accept less as new cats will need to be fitted for the MOT, which is due in June. So there you go. If you're looking at a 10k Golf R32 low mileage one, might as well go and get this one for 10 grand or maybe a bit under, and you know, you got yourself a real nice sorted car there. So if you fancy a hot hatch but not German, you can look at a Renault Megane Renault Sport. These are again 2-litre turbo engines, 265 horsepower, so very similar to the Golf R's and the Audi S3s, but these are slightly newer, and obviously looking at the miles, they're a bit low as well. So yeah, these are alternative cars. Let's just have a quick look at this one. Quite a bold design, looks very different compared to your standard kind of Golf R's, Mark 6s and your Audi S3s. Would I buy one? I don't know, I'm not really a fan of Renaults if I'm honest, but I'm sure if you guys are out there considering your options, then this would certainly be, you know, one up there for the money and for the power and what have you. And I'm sure with a bit of a tune, you can tune these cars quite well as well. 2 Type R's for 10 grand. Let's see what that brings us. Wow, okay, so these are the Championship White editions in the FK2. No, sorry, the FN2. This one's got the Mugen body style, I think, limited edition. 197 horsepower, and then that's pretty much it. So you just got the 2 here. Now this one is a Type R Mugen 200, very rare Mugen 200, 197 horsepower. Let's have a look at that then. Obviously there's a lot of people out there that will say, oh, you would rather leapfrog this one and either go for an FK2 or stay with the EP3s, but 10k will roughly buy you one of these cars as well. Obviously, if you've been following the channel, I've had like the FK2, which I actually loved quite a bit, but I never had one of these as a Type R. And this does look a little bit nicer compared to the standard FN2 Type Rs because of the wheels. I mean, I'm not sure about this race tow hook thing at the back. Let's have a look at the description of what it actually says. Right, okay, so wow, it's quite a bit here. So a great example, rare Mugen 200. So it is a rare Mugen. It's a 200, 177 of 200, covering just 78,000 miles, full record. Seems quite good over here. All the usual stuff around that. So yeah, 10k will buy you a Mugen 200 Type R. So there we go guys, I hope you found this video useful and informative. Let me know in the comments below what car you would personally go out and buy for 10k of your money. I might have missed quite a few cars out there anyway, but you know, just giving you an indication of the cars that are worth 10k. But yeah, hopefully, like I say, you found it informative. Give it a like, share, subscribe, and hopefully guys, I'll hopefully see you when I'm actually driving my car. Take care, bye.